Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Deep Tuition Class. In this video, I'll be starting the first chapter, that is real numbers from class 10 maths. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe it and watch the video till the end, and if you like the video, like, share and subscribe and hit the bell icon for more update. Before starting the chapter, let us have some introduction of the chapter. Alright, starting with the real numbers. As you know, the chapter is based on this real numbers, and in your exercise you are going to face many problems related to the real numbers. Alright, so let us have a look what is real numbers. Any numbers which can be represented in number line, whether it is rational or irrational, isn't it? So in class 9 you have done a detailed study of real numbers, you have done a detailed study of rational, irrational number, isn't it? And you have represented the irrational number and rational number in the number line, isn't it? So let me remind you, let me brush up that. Okay, so this is a number line, and in a number line the numbers are represented in a systematic order. Alright, to represent, if any numbers you want to represent in a number line, those number can be said as a real number. Those numbers are called as a real numbers. Alright, so rational number, let me brush up. Rational number are those number which can be represented in the form of p by q, where both p and q are integers and q should not be 0, that is q is denominator should not be 0. An irrational number, example under root 2, under root 3, which cannot be represented in the form of a ratio or a rational form, isn't it? Those numbers we have represented in a number line. Alright, so those numbers are called real numbers. So moving on to the next major important topic is our Euclid division algorithm. This is the very new thing to you all. So using this concept we have to solve the exercise provided in the book. Alright, so but before starting what is Euclid division algorithm, let us learn what is Euclid division lemma. Alright, so Euclid division lemma state that if two positive integers, say a and b, then there exist unique integers q and r such that which satisfies the condition a equals to bq plus r, where r is greater than or equal to 0 but it is less than or equal to b. So what is this statement? What is the statement trying to say to us? So let me clear you with the three thing here, that Euclid here is a scientist name. Alright, division, it is based on the divisibility method, division method, and lemma is a statement. Alright, lemma is a theorem, you can say, to prove the another statement. Alright, what is lemma? Lemma is the statement used to prove the another statement. So student, after knowing the terms, that is after knowing the terms of meaning of a Euclid, meaning of a division and lemma, let us solve, or let us try to know this Euclid division lemma with the better example. Alright, so let me write this. Euclid was a scientist, alright, mathematician also you can say. Division based on the division method, alright, and lemma, a proven statement or a theorem used to prove another statement. Alright, so these are the three terms, this is the meaning of the three terms. So with this we will try to solve the example. Alright, so do not skip any part of the video guys, just go through it properly. Alright, so that you will be understanding in a proper and a closer manner. Alright, so the division method, you know that from since when we were kids we are doing division. Alright, when suppose 5 is divided by 2, 5, 2 2s are 4, 1. Alright, so this is our division method. This is how we do our division, right? So the 5 here is the dividend, isn't it? 5 here is the dividend. Let me write this 5. 2 here is the divisor, the one who is dividing, and here 2, this 2, okay, this 2 is a divisor, and this 2 here is a question, QUOTIENT, question. How many times you are multiplying, that will become your question, and the one which is remaining is your remainder, isn't it? It is a remainder. So Euclid division lemma, what it was trying to state, that if two positive integers, if you have, remember the two positive integers, say a and b, when you divide this, then there will be two unique integers in the form of q and r. जब आप a और b को डिवाइड करेंगे तो दो यूनिक इंटीजर्स आपके बीच में रहेगा जो कि q और r फॉर्म में रिप्रेजेंट किया जाएगा, ओके, सच दैट एक इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई करना होगा विच शुड सेटिस्फाई द कंडीशन a equals to bq plus r. This is Euclid division lemma, which is based on the divisibility method, where another thing which you have to remember is r should be greater than or equal to 0, but it should be less than or equal to b. So let us understand what is this a here, what is this b, what is this r, okay. So I'll try to explain with this example only, with this 5 and 2. So in your lower class, you know that dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, isn't it? So if your dividend is 5, your divisor is 2 into your quotient is 2 here, plus remainder is 1, so that you will get 5. 2 to the 4 plus 1 is 5. So if I write dividend as a, right, divisor as b, and quotient as q, and remainder as r, then our equation will be satisfied. Our a is here 5, our b is 2, quotient is 2, and remainder is 1. This is all what we have, what Euclid division lemma was trying to say. When two positive integers are divided, when two positive integers, when you divide, it is based on the division method. When you divide this two, the two unique integers in which such that q and r will exist over there. All right, so that such that which will satisfy the equation a equals to bq plus r. Where also let us see from here whether this is true or not, that r should be greater than or equal to 0, isn't it? So here r is your 1. It is greater than 0, all right, and your r should be less than or equal to b. So what is your b here? Your b is divisor, so your remainder is 1 and it is greater than 2, isn't it? It is 2, no? B is your 2. So this is all about Euclid division lemma, all right. I hope you have clear. Euclid is a scientist. Using division method, he tried to prove the statement, the proven statement, to prove the another statement, all right. This is the idea of Euclid division lemma, all right. Student, using the concept of Euclid division lemma, the concept of Euclid division algorithm has been raised. Understood? So what is the use of Euclid division algorithm? Algorithm, as you know, algorithm is a series of well-defined steps which gives a procedure for solving a type of problem, isn't it? So to calculate the highest common factor of two positive integers a and b, we are basically going to use Euclid division algorithm. So Euclid division algorithm is used for finding the HCF of two numbers wherein we apply the statement of Euclid division lemma, all right. This was Euclid division lemma, and using the concept of which, so what was Euclid division lemma was trying to say? When two positive integers a and b are divided, then two unique integers q and r should be there, or there exists a unique integer, isn't it? So using that concept, Euclid division algorithm has been arised, and it is basically used for the finding of highest common factor of two positive integers a and b, all right. So let us have a look example, okay, so that you will be clear. So students, I hope you are clear with Euclid division lemma, Euclid division algorithm. All right. So let us have a look into the example to understand more clearly and more in a deeper way. All right. So I have given here the example. Find the HCF of 125 and 45. All right. So we are going to use the concept of Euclid division lemma and algorithm. As I mentioned, Euclid division algorithm is used to find the HCF of two positive integers, isn't it? So let us solve for this. How to in your exercise 1.1, you are going to find this type of a problem. Okay, so have a better look so that you'll feel easy to solve that problem. All right. So before solving this, we have to look which number is greater. 125 is greater than 45 here. So here what we should follow is we should follow the divisibility method to find the HCF. All right. So divisibility method, what we have done, our 45, the smaller number, will become a divisor. 125 will become a what? Dividend. So here we can write our A was a dividend. So our A is 125. Our B is a 45. All right. The B is a one who divides, and A who gets divide. Okay, the one who is dividing, divisor is B. The one who is getting divide is your dividend A, which will be represented by A. So when we multiply this, 45 into 2 should be 90 minus 35. So we have to write the step also. Number one step here, just write 125. Dividend will be written first, no? A is equal to B into B into Q plus R, isn't it? So our B is 45 into our Q is 2. How many times you are multiplying? 2 times, plus what is your remainder? 35. So this fulfills our 125. Still we can solve for further one. 35 will become now divisor. This 45 will become dividend. Alright. So 35 ones are 35. We can write like this. 0 and 10. So now in the second one, what we can write? This 45 has become your dividend, no? This 45 has become dividend. So we can write 35 now is divisor into 1 plus 10. So remainder is 10 here. So let me write here this 10 here. Then this 35 will become dividend here. 10 3 is 30. So 5. Yes. So in the third step, what we can write? 35 is equal to 10 into 3 plus 30 plus 5 is your remainder, isn't it? So when you divide this 5 with 10, 5 2 is 10. So we can write in the fourth step here is 10 was your dividend. So 5 into 2, 5 is your divisor, 2 is your quotient here, and your remainder is 0. Alright. So with that fourth step, we got the remainder 0. Okay. Now to find the HCF, wherever you are getting remainder as 0, and wherever you are using that divisor, if you are getting a 0, then that divisor will be considered as your HCF between the two integers. Alright, so we can write therefore in any step. Over here I have found within fourth step, you can find within one step also. Okay, आप एक step में भी 0 find कर सकते हो, second step में भी find कर सकते हो. ये जरूरी नहीं है कि आप 4 में ही find करोगे या फिर 3 में ही find करोगे. Okay, you can find 0 in any of the step. Alright, so in whichever step using the divisor, if you are getting 0, कोई भी स्टेप में अगर आप ये डिविजर लेके 0 रिमाइंडर मिल रहा है, तो आप उस डिविजर को या फिर उस इंटीजर को दो पॉजिटिव इंटीजर्स का HCF मान सकते हो. ऑलराइट. सो हियर HCF ऑफ 125 and 45 is equal to 5. We can write like this. Alright, I hope this was the best example which I can give to you. Alright, using this we will try to solve the further exercise, the problem which is given in the chapter. Alright.